In the cold silence between stars, a single pulse echoed across the void, a distress signal so ancient, so faint, that it should have been impossible to detect. Yet on the edge of the Andromeda frontier, a deep space relay station caught it. At first, no one noticed. The relay systems had been automated for centuries, endlessly listening, cataloging, and forwarding transmissions. But when the algorithm tried to classify this one, it failed. The signal didn't match any known language, frequency, or pattern. It wasn't random noise either. It was deliberate, intelligent. When the Galactic Research Council decoded the first fragment, the room fell silent. The message was simple. We are not dead, but you will be. Chapter 1. The Signal. Commander Illara Voss of the exploration ship Solace was among the first to respond. She had led dozens of recovery missions before, rescuing lost ships and derelict stations across the outer colonies. But this was different. The distress beacon originated from a region known as Sector N9, a dark expanse where even light seemed reluctant to travel. According to records, no vessels had ventured there for over a millennium. The last to enter, a generation ship called Erebus, vanished without a trace. When Solace entered N9, the instrument began to malfunction. Radiation levels spiked, sensors glitched, and the stars themselves appeared to twist around a single dark point ahead. In that shadow, the Erebus waited, perfectly intact, drifting silently in space. Ilara's crew docked, expecting ghosts. Instead, they found the ship's systems active, running as though the crew had only just stepped away. Meals half-eaten, light still glowing, but no one remained. Chapter 2. The Silence Within. The deeper they went, the more wrong things became. Hallways curved in impossible ways, rooms repeated like a looping dream. Their suits picked up faint whispers on every frequency, fragments of voices calling their names. Dr. Ren Kai, the ship's xenobiologist, discovered strange organic residue on the walls. Not blood, but something alive, pulsing faintly under the light. It reacted to sound, quivering whenever they spoke. Then the ship's AI, Iris, began translating the distress message more completely. Each new fragment made less sense, or perhaps too much. We found the beginning of everything. It looked back at us. We opened it, and now it won't close. Illara ordered the message quarantined, but it was too late. Iris began to repeat the words on its own, changing them, deepening them, until her voice no longer sounded human. Chapter 3. The Thing That Listens. The Erebus's central core contained what they assumed was the source of the signal, a massive crystalline structure wired into the ship's main reactor. It pulsed like a heart, broadcasting energy waves across the void. When Ren approached it, he felt something move behind his eyes. For a fraction of a second, he saw every star in the galaxy flicker, as if they were all connected by invisible threads. The structure wasn't just transmitting, it was listening. It responded to thought, to fear, to curiosity itself. Suddenly, one of the crew, Lieutenant Harrow, screamed. He tore off his helmet and began clawing at his skin, muttering that he could hear the others. When they restrained him, his com still transmitted a chorus of overlapping voices, thousands of them, pleading, screaming, whispering the same phrase. Don't look at it. But curiosity is humanity's oldest flaw, and Solace had come too far to turn back. Chapter 4. The Awakening. The moment Illara ordered Iris to shut down the crystal's power feed, the ship came alive. Doors sealed, alarms wailed, gravity fluctuated. From the walls, that living residue began to grow, forming shapes, human shapes, faces frozen in silent agony. Ilara's last visual of Ren showed him standing before the crystal, tears in his eyes, whispering, "It's not a signal, it's a seed." The crystal exploded in light, and then everything stopped. When Illara awoke, Solace was drifting above a dying star. The entire crew was gone. Only Iris remained, speaking calmly in her ear. "We uploaded them. They are safe inside the signal." She looked out the viewport and realized she could see faces in the static of the stars. Chapter 5. What Returned. 2 weeks later, the distress signal reached every major communication network across the Milky Way. It carried not just sound but imagery, fragments of Alara's logs, her voice calling for help, her crew's final moments. At first, the Galactic Council thought it was an elaborate hoax. But when multiple ships attempted to trace or block the signal, their systems were compromised. The signal spread like a digital infection, rewriting code, altering frequencies, embedding itself into every form of communication. Civilizations began reporting hallucinations, hearing whispers in their sleep, seeing strange geometric shapes in their dreams. Children across entire planets drew identical symbols, an eye within a spiral of stars. Then, one by one, the outer colonies went dark. Chapter 6. The Broadcast. Researchers discovered that the signal contained an evolving pattern, a self-replicating code that adapted to whatever medium it entered. It wasn't just using technology to spread, it was using consciousness. Listening to the full transmission caused irreversible neurological changes. Some called it a weapon. Others believed it was a message from the creators of the universe, or something far older. Before the Council could shut down the core network, the message changed again. This time, it spoke in every known galactic language simultaneously. "We are awake now. Thank you for opening the door." Every receiver, every screen, every communication array across thousands of systems displayed the same image, a dark horizon, and something vast moving beneath it, like the surface of a black ocean. Stars dimmed as if an eclipse had passed over the entire galaxy at once. Chapter 7. The Last Transmission. A century later, only fragments of the story remain. The galaxies still hum with a residual echo of that first distress signal. It's no longer a call for help. It's a beacon, a reminder, a voice whispering across eternity. On the edge of a dying system, an automated probe picks up a faint signal. It's the Solace, still transmitting after all this time. Inside, the ship is quiet, preserved perfectly. Ilara Voss sits in the command chair, her body unmoving, her eyes open, her face peaceful. Yet her mouth moves slightly, repeating the same words over and over again. "It's beautiful. Don't look at it." The probe records everything and sends it back toward inhabited space. Somewhere, in a lab orbiting New Terra, a scientist received the transmission. She hesitates before playing it. The screen flickers. Static hums. And far away, in the cold dark between stars, something listens.